peace is alive. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. The Force shall free me. These are the words spoken by all Sith Lords. Today, we are taking a look at one of the greatest Sith Lords of them all. This is the unboxing of the Darth Revan statue by Gentle Giant. Prepare to feel the power of the dark side. What is up, people? Welcome back. As I stated earlier, this is going to be an unboxing of the Darth Revan statue by Gentle Giant Studios. Now, when I first saw this statue, it was about a year ago. I attended Star Wars weekends. Or I'm sorry, not Star Wars weekends, but Star Wars Celebration. And this was in Orlando, Florida. And at the time that I did the video, or I'm sorry, at the time that I was at the convention, I shot a video of the convention and I stumbled upon Gentle Giant's booth, and there was this statue, and this statue looked sick. I mean, I really liked it. It's not a very big statue. You can see the box is small, but I was totally pumped for it. I am a huge fan of Darth Revan. If you guys don't know who Darth Revan is the protagonist of a video game called Knights of the Old Republic. Knights of the Old Republic was a video game that was released some time ago. It was on Xbox One actually when that came out. So not Xbox One, but the original Xbox is what I mean. And it was a critically acclaimed role-playing game. One of the best role-playing games I've ever played. Still to this day, I enjoy it very much. I have it on iOS now. They have it on the iPad and on the iPhone. So whenever I'm in a plane, you know, I dabble a little bit into it and play. So I really enjoy the game. Revan is an awesome character. Quick rundown on him. He was a Jedi Knight during the times of the Old Republic. So this is thousands of years before the events of the new Star Wars series, you know, with Luke Skywalker and all of the characters that we've come to know. So this is a much older storyline. In this story, he existed during the battle between the Mandalorians and the Republic. The Mandalorians were running amok and taking over planet after planet, and the Jedi would not get involved. Revan felt that he should get involved, and he convinced a bunch of Jedis to help the Republic in doing so. The reason why Jedi believed that they shouldn't get involved in the battle was because they felt that engaging into combat would bring a Jedi to succumb to the dark side. And that's exactly what happened to Revan. After beating back the Mandalorians, he then returned back as the Sith Lord with an apprentice and began to wreak havoc on the Republic. So that's the rundown about who Revan is. There is more to the story. I do suggest that you guys play the game if you haven't played it. There's also several different stories. There's an audio book called Revan, if you guys are interested in that. And if you are playing the current online video game, the MMO, the Old Republic is what it's called. Revan is a featured character in one of the updates, and it was an awesome storyline there too when he comes back. So that's the story. It's a quickie about who Revan is. So let's get into this. So here's the box. This is pretty nice, very simple and clean. You got an image of what the statue looks like here, an image from what it looks like on the side. You have a quick bio of Revan right here on the back, an image of what it looks like on the back of the statue, and you know his face, and again another one here on the side. Now this was a statue that you could only get if you were part of the Premier Guild Collectors Premier Guild gift. So you have to be part of their group, their subscription, in order for you to get this statue. Now I jumped on it right away. I had to get the statue. So it comes with a certificate of authenticity. I got number 260 out of only 700, so that's awesome. There wasn't very many of these produced. And on the back, you have an image of what the statue looks like, so that's really cool. So right off the bat, if you're looking at the image right here, you know, this is a statue that when it came out, or when I first saw the prototype of it at the convention, it looked a little bit different. So I was a little bummed when I found that they were making some changes to it. Originally, the lightsabers that he's holding are supposed to be digging into the base, and they changed it. I don't know why they changed it, but they did. So yeah, I was a little bit bummed about that. I also was a little bit bummed at how long it took for me to get it. This was like a year in the making for me to get this statue. So let me get the blade here. But I'm still, nonetheless, very excited to have the piece. You know, I've just really, like I said, when I first played Knights of the Old Republic way back when, I felt like this was one of the best stories I've ever heard of. You know, in some cases even better than the movies. Actually, pretty much better than the movies. It was one hell of an epic story. I really suggest you guys play it. You know, if you guys haven't played it before, it's definitely a game that you guys would enjoy. You know, if you're into video games and if you're into Star Wars like me. So let's pop this guy open here. All right, so there's not much to this piece. You have everything all pretty much nestled right there. There are no light up features on this as far as I know. Hopefully that'll surprise me. Maybe there will be light up features, but I don't think there are any. I think it's just a basic statue. So let's get Revan out. Put him right here on the side. He's definitely got some weight to him, so that's good. All right. So here is the base. And it's very simple, clean base. They do have the lightsaber gouge that was in the concept design. But as far as I know, the blade isn't digging into it. The bottom of the base has Gentle Giant, and then it tells you what number the statue is. So very simple, very clean and easy looking base. All right. You got two lightsabers. Revan had two of them. He's considered, I believe, a gray Jedi. So a gray Jedi is somebody who has been on both light and dark. And Revan in the story, it goes both ways. It depends on your choices. I believe in the ultimate story, he turns to the light eventually. But you know, he's considered to be a Sith Lord, or he was a Sith Lord. So this looks cool. Lots of nice detail. Like the pose. Man. They did a nice job with this statue. So this is complete resin all the way through. Feels like this does not feel like any kind of plastic whatsoever. It's got some weight to it for being such a small statue. You know, and it's very, very sturdy, very, very durable. Very cool. All right. So let's see what we got here. We got, looks like only one of his feet end up in the base. So I think it's something like this. Is how he's supposed to stand. I believe so. Let me see in the picture real quick. No, he goes this way. All right. There he goes. He just slides right in, very simple, just like that. And you have two blades here. One has a hole, so I believe this goes on this one. It's too bad it doesn't have any light up features. That would have been kind of nice to have some light up features with this one, but you know, it's okay. And this one goes like this. All right. And that's basically it. That's how he goes together. So give you some close-ups of this. All right, so working our way from the bottom up, we're starting off with the base. Base is very simple. Like I stated earlier, I was really hoping for the base that I saw in the concept work, but nonetheless, this base looks pretty good. It's very simple in design, doesn't overpower the statue, which I think is really cool. I enjoy that because after all, you know, when you buy the statue, the real thing is the character, and you know, they're not taking away anything from that with the base, which is nice. You got a nice lightsaber gouge that goes through it, which gives it some character and appearance to it, and there's some texture work as well, so that looks really cool. Moving up into Revan himself, I think his pose is very menacing. You know, he's ready to attack, which looks really cool. I like how he has one lightsaber behind him and the other one in front, like in a guard. So I think that's done really cool. One lightsaber is red and the other one is purple, although the red lightsaber has kind of a purplish hue to it. I think it could have been redder. Wish it had a light up feature. I think that would have been something nice to have as an addition, but it's still kind of neat. The outfit itself, the tunic and the cape, have a lot of texture going through it. You know, lots of nice lines going through, and the folds I think are done very well. Even in the bottom of the tunic here, you know, you have brown areas, so you know it has like a dirty appeal to it, appearance to it. I mean, which gives it, you know, the feeling like he's in the middle of a fight. So I think that's cool too. Also over here at the bottom of the cape, he has like some tethered areas where it looks like he's been through some war. The hoodie or hood at the top and in the arms have a different texture, which that's kind of cool too. So it separates it from the rest. And then the armor is more smooth, but it still has a lot of texture there as well. So everything is done very nice, not some nice detail. The mask is just like what I remember Revan's mask to look like. Although I think that the color is a little more gold than I remember from the video game, but it's been a long time since I played the video game, the original video game anyway. And it's been quite a few months since I played the one on the iOS, so I may be wrong there. But yeah, I think that the color may be a little bit off, but it still looks really cool, you know, so I think they did a nice job there. I don't see any areas where there's any kind of bleed or anything like that. I think it's nice and clean. You know, they did a nice job with the paint there. Yeah, you know, I think it looks really good. So, you know, for a $150 statue, which is what this thing comes to when you join the Premier Guild, you know, that's what this statue comes or would end up costing. I think it's a nice addition to the collection, to my collection. You know, really like the character as a whole. So I think that this is going to be a nice piece. You know. All right, guys, so that concludes the unboxing and the review of the Darth Revan statue by Gentle Giant. If you had a good time, give us a thumbs up. If you're new here, please hit subscribe. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter if you ever feel like chatting. You can catch all of our videos at mcecentral.com. There's more unboxing and reviews of statues and all kinds of other collectibles. So go ahead and check that out. There's a wealth of information there. Now, we're going to be coming back at you with more unboxing videos and more reviews just like this one, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, keep it marvelous.